We got Trenches News in here, PTP TV. Um, Trenches, introduce yourself for the
Hey,
viewers.
first of all, I want to say shout out to PTP TV, man. Make sure y'all go and subscribe to his channel, support this brother. You know, he got a lot of more projects coming. But I'm Trenches News, y'all all know, from Chicago, and I'm here to do an interview with PTP TV.
So, what made you start telling your stories since you've been online?
Man, I seen people, man, telling the stories, and they was wrong, man. Like they was just clickbaiting. And I'm sitting back getting high, watching it, smoking my weed, and KTS Dre ended up getting killed. And I was in the cell with the person who killed his father. That was my cellie in Stateville for like 4 months. So as I was waiting on the parole violation board. So he was telling me and shit, he was showing me the paperwork and all that. And he was like, they try to backdoor him. That's why he did that to Von them daddy. So when I seen that, I knew that the daddy was dead, Von was dead, and KTS Dre just died. So I knew all three of them was dead now. So I reported about it, and it did like 8,500 views in 30 minutes. And when I did that, bro, I knew it was my calling.
So, KTS Dre, that was you said his father had passed away.
His father got killed by one of the KTS members, and then Dre got killed by in outside the county, and his brother got killed, which is KTS Vaughn. So all three of them dead. Yeah,
I think I heard about that. I think I seen something like that. Somebody reporting that. So, what part of Chicago are you from?
I'm from the low end, 39th, where Duck now from, Brick, L.A. Capone, Tay Savage, Billionaire Black, Lil J, everybody from the low end. Like everybody, bro. Like everybody who in the drill scene. Majority of them people from the low end. And they parents, grandparents, and everything. Yeah.
That's kind of why you know all the information with everybody, right? Because you kind of
Yeah.
plugged in, locked in like that, right?
Uh-huh. And plus moving everywhere. You know, when the projects got towed down, wherever you can lay your head at, bro, that's where you going. You know, so my little sister stayed in No Limit. I can always go. I lived over there, And then I got to going outside and bumping friends like Easky and all that. Big Easky, not the little brother who rap, but Big Easky. We running around there, and then I'm everywhere that I had to move to, or I could lay my head. I was there, bro. So I was on a lot of blocks.
Yeah. Okay. So, growing up, what were you known for in your neighborhood? Like, how did people know you? Like, were you around everybody when it was active? Like, were you the weed man? Like, what type of guy were you growing up?
Like when I was young, I ain't gonna even lie to you, bro. I didn't have to gang bang or none of that. I was in the projects. Of course, we gonna say we BD because that's what the neighborhood is. But far as like being on paperwork and like being involved in crimes and shit, man, I wasn't doing that. I was bad. Like we was busting out car windows, setting fires, prank calling the police, shit like that. Everybody parents was off crack. But far as like got a game bang and ops and all, I ain't had no ops, bro. Like for real, I ain't had no ops. I ain't gonna lie to you. I ain't getting to that shit until after college when I got shot in my head. So yeah,
How old were you when you got shot in your head?
19.
And that was around the low end.
No, I got shot in my head on 71st and Bennett over East. When do when you go to college through the program I was in, like just like Lil Durk got neighborhood heroes, say for instance, and they pay for college. It was a
Yeah.
place called Maryville, and they paid for my college. And I had my own apartment through them, and I was going to school. But you got to go to school to keep the apartment. Until you 18, till you 21, and then you got to pay your own rent. But you can extend it to 24 if you're going to get degrees. So I have my own apartment and everything, and I went outside to the store, man, and it was a bad day. Like it was a shorty who shot me in my head, man. And after that, that's what made me like get in the streets, like, you know,
So the person that shot you, you knew them, or they were just it was
you didn't
random.
even know me. The crazy thing about the situation is, like 9 months later, while I'm on crutches, I'm walking with my cousin into my building. I still stayed there. They told me to, do you want to move? And I'm like, no, I ain't moving. I know that. I know, what I'm talking about. Like, I know everybody over here. the important people. And so two dudes walked up from across the street. They're like, "Hey," so I'm telling my cousin like, "Man, start shooting, bro."
Mhm.
I don't know these dudes. They already shot me in my head. Start shooting. My cousin like, "No, hold on. Let's see what they on." So he walked up to me and was like, "Bro, that wasn't even for you, man. Somebody look just like you, bro, on everything." And I started robbing people after that. I'm like, shit, I could have died. That's
Yeah.
like saying I'm sorry. Oh, my bad. After you kill somebody, bro. Like I ain't take that lightly. So yeah, that's when I started robbing people and everything. The life of crime.
Now, did you grow up with two parents or a one parent household?
My dad, he was around. He was there. He was always buying us stuff. My mom, she was off drugs, so unfortunately, she was there, but she was outside the house. And so it was me and my brothers, and we just basically like rode the wave until I got took from DCFS. Like until
Um,
I got took, my brother's man was old enough. Well, one of my brothers, he was old enough where he didn't have to go with DCFS, and then my other brother went with a relative. But I was the bad one in the projects, busting windows, setting fires, and all that. So I had to go to a group home. But it made me, it made me smart. It made me go to a real school and get an education and things like that.
how many different neighborhoods did you live in Chicago?
Man, I done stayed on 4-6 before all them. Before everybody talking about TH, I stayed over there. I stayed on 39th. I stayed in the Wells with Duck them and Brick them and the extensions. Um, I stayed 71st Jeffrey. I stayed on 69th in Paxtown. I stayed in No Limit. I stayed in a pocket. I stayed in that man. I stayed a lot of places over there with Liz A and them at 62nd and Kimball. Like I done
So,
stayed a lot of places, man. 63rd, Oblock, the hundreds. I done stayed everywhere, man.
so which
Everywhere where it's on fire, where it's dangerous, I done stayed.
so so which neighborhood would you say out of all the neighborhoods is like, nah, this neighborhood is tough. This neighborhood is rough. Every time I come outside, it goes down.
It definitely ain't 63rd. It's got to be between No Limit and that Bloodhound area, which is
Mm.
called Brain Dead, Drill City, and all that. And Evans Mob, all that together. That's 79th and Cottage Grove. So all that over there and No Limit is the most two dangerous places where I damn near got killed. I was under a car, like for real, bro. You come outside them gates and then there ain't no houses over there. It's courtway buildings. So if you get locked out the gate and somebody chasing you, you good as gone, bro.
Bloodhound is what? What are they? Stones?
No, they a mixture. They like BDs. Yeah,
Okay.
most of them BDs because they always taught in the GDs. Like they taught Lil Durk, so most of them BDs. Because I
Um,
mean they be talking duck and disrespecting duck and shit. So and then the crazy thing about it is Vert is Duck cousin. That's the crazy thing about it.
why does everybody like what's this thing with 63rd where you see everybody comes to Duck now that he's passed away. Everybody in different neighborhoods. Like if I'm confused, like did he have issues with everybody? Like you see Rico Reckless, you see everybody other prominent people coming at Duck now that he's passed away. Like did 63rd have beef with each neighborhood? Like
Nah,
how do I
man, they ain't
know?
had no beef. I think Duck and Rico Reckless beef was like an isolated incident, man. You know how like it's weird now because when I was growing up and a person died, you never talked about it. We never heard about it. Once that person was dead, it was a funeral, it was over with.
Yeah,
It ain't like that no more, man. The killers get on the internet and brag about it. The killers taunt people about it. They gotta brag about it that they did the shit. So it's much different. But Duck never had all them as enemies. They just clicking up and like I said, even his cousin is disrespecting him, bro. Like he with dudes that disrespect him, and he saying F his own cousin, bro, which is Duck and Brick. So it's just a weird time, man. Lizzie Osama dropped that F your cousin, bro, and everybody, they just living by that now.
yeah. See, it's a tough time we living in now. It's weird. I don't understand some of these kids, man. It's like you don't even. It's just it's different. It's like you do a crime and you talk about it online. You know. I don't
That
know that.
defeat the purpose, ain't it?
Yeah, it doesn't make any sense. I don't understand that. So as far as with Bloodhound, so that's the topic I wanted to speak about. Bloodhound Jeff. Did you see this happening to him? Him passing away?
Yeah, yeah. I said it a long time ago. I say now he can be pump faking about his lyrics and go and blow up and then just be chilling, or he gonna die because of his lyrics and the shit that he's saying that he really do. He bragging about, which is the hats. But then, like, I thought he was a joke. When I first reported about him, my first two videos, I was like, man, this dude ain't got no damn 10 hats. He ain't did nothing. I would have known about him if in Chicago. Like, I know the whole brain dead. My cousin got killed where Lil Jeff and them from. My cousin got killed on Maryland. 80th from Maryland. He got killed right there on the corner, bro. 2007. So I've been over that area for a long time, bro, since the buildings was dead down. And it's deadly, but I knew Lil Jeff was gonna go out like that, bro. And then he killed the kids at what's the name and got on live and said he just blanked out and he wanted to go to jail, bro.
Was that actually confirmed? Now that I mean, we could speak on it because he's not alive. So like those kids, like that's what they reported, or was it alleged?
Yeah, that's confirmed. And the paperwork, Lil Jeff would be locked up if he was alive right now. Him and the other dudes who was in the car. How they got them? Because that live, Lil Jeff went live. Right after the killing, he went live with the shooters, with the killers, everybody who hopped out. You know what
Right.
that mean when you go live right after you did the shit, right? You got on the same shit that they got on them cameras.
Yeah.
So yeah, I knew they was gonna get caught, bro. Just from the duck case, I knew they was gonna get caught, bro. Like you ain't getting away downtown shooting. You better off shooting on 63rd.
Why do you believe the kids in the city look up to him?
Man, it's wild, bro. The kid sniffing powder off the table, man. Like, I don't know, man. Like, it's weird. Like, I remember a crackhead used to be like you serve a crackhead, or you hear him telling the drug dealers, hey, don't tell my nephew now I'm getting high. Or you hear parents saying, don't tell my kids I get high. Man, they doing this shit freely, man. They walking around with the whole kit. I seen the dude take a bottle like Bloodhound Lil Jeff brother Boogie. He got a bottle that twists like a grinder, and it got the pills in there. And it got when he opened it up, it got the straw and the pills already crushed down. I said, man, these guys, bro, like I don't know, man. Like they that's demon shit, man. Like they just living for the day, bro. They ain't expected to live tomorrow. That's why they living like that.
Yeah, because when I first seen Lil Jeff, I was confused a little bit. Like, somebody talking about everything they do. And I thought it was just the internet. I figured maybe the internet kind of hyped it up, and then kind of pointed that story as like, this person is doing this and that. But I mean, shooters said it was believable. It was confirmed, like you said. It sounds crazy. My only thought was, what about his members that's still around him, the ones that's still alive? You don't think people's families or are they people that have problems, or you don't think that's going to be a bad look for them staying in the city?
Oh yeah, of course. Of course, but people really don't be in the city, man. You come to the city now, you would be a fool if you just standing on these Chicago blocks. Like
Yeah,
when people be like, you don't even be in the city, you don't either. Man,
yeah.
I got footage, man. I recorded for a week straight riding around Chicago, bro. I ain't even dropped yet. I dropped some of it, but I'd have been on damn near every block, man. Ain't nobody outside, man. If somebody telling you go outside, they trying to trick you off the street. They might have law enforcement right there waiting on you, man. I'm just telling you, bro. They don't be outside, bro. They come outside, take a picture, record it, then they gone.
Yeah, I figured everybody lived out of town. I don't think it'd be
Yeah,
smart
most of the
enough to.
people live out of town who do the woofing. They live out of town, bro. And if you got money, I expect for you to be out of town. Like for real, I expect for anybody who got some money, motion, or anything to leave Chicago. Why is you gonna study be part of the problem when you got the money? Like And then you got people who do leave Chicago and still can't leave Chicago behind because they gotta. I'm from Chicago, man. I go everywhere and be like, I'm from Kentucky. I'm from Utah. All you gotta do is trap me. You can say I'm a goofy because I told y'all I was from Utah. Trap me. You and I ain't running. I'm calling the police right after you lay on the ground. On everything, bro. I ain't running to none of that shit, bro. I'm from the streets.
Yeah,
I just changed my life, bro. Like for real. But I tell people I'm from Utah, bro. I don't tell people I'm from Chicago off the bat.
yeah. I see. So, who got charged for little Jeff's murder?
Trap City Rob, but it got dropped. The murder ended up getting dropped off Trap City Rob. So they got him in there on armed habitual, for being an armed habitual with a firearm. But I think Trap City Rob shouldn't be locked up. I think that Jeff a demon, man. He rode around talking about all the bodies up into his death. We know 10 people who's gone, who really did, who he say he did it. Now we just see that he got locked up for the two bodies he'll be locked up for. Shit, that means that he possibility he could have had more. Like for real. But I think Tri City Rob got tricked off the street. He ran in a man crib, man. He locked up right now.
They from the same neighborhood, or did they have issues previously before that?
Yeah, they knew each other. They got into it over a chain. They got into it the same way them boys got killed over a watch. They got into it over a chain. Jeff took their chain and thought they were some goofies. So they got into it about the chain, and it's been bodies exchange over a chain, bro. Ain't nobody, it ain't clicking nobody head to say, man, we ain't about to kill each other over no damn chain. Like nobody, bro. You ain't got no leaders out there. Everybody flunkies. We gonna go to war over this chain, like, and don't nobody got the chain. The chain gone, been sold for the last 2 years. Probably when Jeff got it, he sold it.
Oh, I saw something on online. It was saying one of the leaders of Bloodhound just got
Yeah,
released. What do you think? Do you think he'll be able to control what's going on, or you don't think the young kids right now is gonna listen to any of that?
you said the leader of Bloodhound.
It was like
Oh,
I think I've seen something online. I may be mistaken.
I don't know about no
Yeah,
leader of Bloodhound shit. All them crackheads. They ain't listening to nobody. Them niggas sniffing pills. I don't think they got no leader, bro. I'm just keeping it real. Them niggas off drugs, man. When you off drugs like Tony Montana, the world is yours, man. You hear me?
Yeah,
You can get. I just seen no limit. Get into it with Bloodhound and tell them shit. You a goofy and to little Jeff brother. So a nigga call a nigga they friend one day, man, and then next day y'all into it, bro.
and no limit. That's G Herbo, right?
Yeah, that's G. Well, I ain't gonna say that's G Herbo because remember they said he a creative player. So if they was to go down tomorrow, man, G Herbo should escape it, man. He ain't take Cairo to Egypt. Remember that?
Yeah, I remember that. But don't you think? I'm saying like now they say that it's like he put on for his neighborhood. Like I don't think I think sometimes maybe people expect for other people to do more than what they thought they was gonna do, and then that doesn't happen, and then they start speaking bad about them. I don't know. Maybe that could be the case. What do you think?
See, with that type of situation, hey man, giving up is never enough in the hood, man. Hey, once you start giving, hey, it's expected. You hear me? Like
Yeah,
once you get a ninja something, bro, he gonna call your phone. He gonna call and burn it down and think and then expect and demand that you supposed to. Like I'm pretty sure the Herb did enough. Herb done paid for a lot of funerals, probably clothes, weed, tour, whatever. You know. And I see the guys hating on him, bro. I really see them. They be talking reckless to him. Like I heard one no limit person say, I walked you home all them days. The nigga was counting how many times that he walked G Herbo home with a gun. You hear me?
yeah. I think I
Hey,
see
that's why I tell the kids get out the street. Get out the street, man. If a nigga, you gotta pay a nigga to walk you home after he finished shooting and you hanging with him. Oh man, that ain't your friend, man. That ain't your friend, brother. Like, get out the street, man.
Yo, I wonder why everybody's just coming out saying that right now. Like, where was this energy before? Like when he first got on, like I was confused. Maybe I think that interview that you're speaking about, I had seen that. I think he just came home, right?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
And now he's
Yeah, I
speaking.
think it was on 16 shot him. I seen it on.
Yeah.
And they was talking about it. They was discussing it, and I'm like, bro, I know Herb that did a lot, bro. You hear me? Like, and then if you went all these years doing all this shit, and he been had all this money, and you ain't said nothing, like, oh man, it's statute of limitations, man, to get some money, man. On everything, he probably had a certain amount of money dragging it off, and then he realized, like, man, I'm just burning 200,000 when I hit the city with them. I'm burning. I just burned $50,000 in the mall buying 100 niggas outfits. So he probably woke up, man. He got a son. He got kids, man. Shout out to G Herbo, man. He don't owe them nothing, if you ask me. That's just like with Famous Dex. Man, I watched Famous Dex from nothing. Famous Dex came from nothing, man. Famous Dex used to dance for Duck them and Big in that them. You hear me? They thought he was a goofy the whole time. They thought Dex was a goofy, man. Dex came up, man. He don't owe them shit. I told Duck that. I say, Duck, man, Dex ain't never been your size to wear your clothes, brother. Come on now. Come on now. I love Duck, bro. I love Duck. But him and Dex ain't never been the same size.
So when you were living in these areas, right? Let's go back to when you were living. You said you lived in No Limit, you lived in 63rd. Did you
Motown, all that shit.
did you see Herb Bibby? Did you see all of them or?
Yeah, Herb used to stay and where I got shot at. Herb used to stay over there on 72nd, Bennett and shit like that.
And then you,
Yeah,
you
I done
see.
seen all them. Big B, all them, bro. Like I done seen all them, bro. Like for real. I done seen all them around, bro. Like I was out and I was in No Limit before them, bro. Before they was outside. All them. Like for real. They big guys who dead and gone, bro. Like that was out there. Or they in the feds locked up
So
right
Herb,
now.
so Herb was outside then. I don't know what they Herb was outside. So since you,
Man, Herb was outside with them, man. It's just that, bro. It's like this. If you get some money, bro, and move to Minnesota and you ain't been on the block, you become a robbery in the city. In Chicago, at least. I know this for a fact. You know, like niggas would be like, man, he ain't even kicking in for the war. He coming on the block stunting on us with $10,000, $20,000. These your homies saying this shit, bro. I'm telling you, bro. I done been on a lot of blocks where they did it. Robbed the person who coming back from out of town, bro, with the money. Or they had somebody to do it. Hey, why is we shooting dice? They texting somebody. Hey, come through the game and rob everybody. You hear me? Your own homies, man.
sad situation with that. It's real crazy with that. So FYBJ Maine, he started push the peace movement. Do you think it's genuine?
Man, I don't know. Hey, I hope so. I'm gonna say that. I hope so. Because when I came on with the same message, man. I've been on. I've been doing this, bro. I was running trains through it. My YouTube at first, like it wasn't nobody pushing peace, bro. When I was doing it, bro. When I was saying let's save the kids, bro, and all that, wasn't nobody doing the peace, man. They seen my pool and my backyard and the party buses and shit, bro, and everybody started pushing peace. I ain't gonna lie to you.
What
They
did you?
seen that shit and they thought it was that. But you see, now that it's like Durk and them gone, Durk and them, they try to finesse their way to peace because the feds was on them. Everybody ain't nobody pushing peace no more. You hear me? Like it's back to the regular for them. But I'm still speaking for the kids, bro. Tell them don't be like me, don't be like them, don't be like nobody, bro. Be like yourself on everything.
What year did you come home?
From where?
You said the year you came home, you started pushing peace.
Who me?
Yeah.
Nah, bro. Like far as pushing peace, bro. Like I brought E-Dog over there when the war was on, man. When it was the beginning of drill, I brought E-Dog to Rhodes.
Oh, I
On
thought you meant.
everything, bro, to
Okay.
try to stop the war. Cause OD them my boys and Duck them. You know what I'm talking about? So I'm trying to stop this shit. I brought E-Dog over there, bro. On some real shit, bro. E-Dog came over there with me and a couple more EBT members, bro. And he came on 62nd and Rose, man. And he smoked and chilled and walked around and everything, bro. Like for real,
Okay.
I've been doing this shit, bro. Like trying to stop shit. I ain't want Oblock and them until I'm cool with Oblock because they all BDs and a lot of us BDs over here. Brick BD, Lil B BD, Skinny BD, Chicken BD. It's a lot of BDs over there, man. That's on Duck them side, bro. Everybody ain't GD. So I was trying to stop that shit, bro.
Okay, no, because I got confused when you said you came home. I'm thinking you came home meaning like you was incarcerated.
No, no, no,
Mhm.
no. When I was in jail, I was making my man is my nine. I was making that. I made that in 2016 in jail.
So how long? How much time did you do in jail?
4 years. I did a whole bunch of time, bro. Like if you want to
Straight.
add it all up, shit, I missed a lot of my lifetime in jail, my adult years in jail, shit. But um, the most years I did was 4.
4 straight, right?
Yeah, 4 straight.
What was it for?
Um, domestic, all type of shit, bro. Throwing the gun, fleeing the loot, and they try to charge me with a gun that they ain't have. In a certain county, I had like 4 different cases in different counties, bro. I had in Danville, I had a case. I had a fake gun case in Decatur. I had a gun case in Springfield. Like I'd be everywhere, bro.
And,
Like for real, I'd be moving around all the towns, man. I had a case in Rockford too, shit.
and this was all in Chicago, right?
Huh?
This was in Chicago. You was locked up in the counties.
I've been in the county 50 times, man.
Did
50
you?
times, not to even brag about it, bro. 50 times. You don't want to be that, bro. I went there for 8 months for a cigarette that I threw out on the train. On some
Wow.
real shit, bro. I did 8 months for a cigarette that they ain't even have. On my mama. And the judge gave me a no bond. I go in front of the judge, a TV judge. The TV judge say, and no bond. The police like, come on. I'm like, what you mean? Come on. What you talking about? Like, shit, this is a cigarette that I threw on the train tracks. Man, they gave me a no bond, bro.
That's
On some
crazy.
real shit. I ain't had no probation. I ain't had none of that shit. And I lost my job. But I got paid though. I got compensated though. I sued the county.
Okay. So while you was incarcerated, did you run up? Did you run into anybody in there? That's like,
I mean, I run to everybody. I know everybody. Bruh, them. All the tough guys who people be want to know. I know them. So like I know they whole family. T
is
Roy
it?
was my celly. THL Bobo, I was his celly. Big Swirl, Rondo, brother who just died. That was my celly. He was on parole. He was going back on a parole violation. I've been around a lot of these guys in jail too. But
So
I've been around most of them on the street. Like Keith stayed in my house. Keith stayed in my house a lot because he ain't want to go to school. So if you don't go to school, then you can't be outside. That's the rule of the Black Disciples, bro. That's a rule
so
that used to be enforced. So like Keith had to stay at my house. T. Roy used to be at my house when he
so
ain't
Chief.
going to house with his auntie.
Okay, so Chief Keef stayed in your house growing up when he didn't go to school.
No, no, no. Well, he used to come over my house. Like
Come
he
over,
used
yeah,
to
yeah.
like he ain't want to go to school. He had to come up my house and stay until school was over with. You can't be outside while school ain't out, bro. Like for real. And then you hanging around us, that's child neglect. So he had to go and sit up my house if he didn't want to go to school.
And T Roy, which was Vaughn's best friend, was him and Chief best friends too?
Yeah, they was best friends. That was his best friend. Before Vaughn came in there. Chief Keef and T. Roy is best friends.
Okay, because it was alleged that, like, this is the internet, so I don't really believe what the internet says, but it was alleged that they all ran in Chief Keef's home when, allegedly his people he grew up with, and they said T Roy was there too allegedly. So I didn't understand that if they was best friends.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. It was a guy. It was a guy who um he needed to be get out of jail. Trey Fire from Oblock. They was trying to get him out of jail. I think his mama had like $18,000 and they need 7,500 more. So they called Keith and Keith told them, man, I just spent that on I just spent that on my clothes. You hear me? Like he be saying in the raps.
Yeah.
So they like, all right, man, when you get it, bro, we need it. So they called Keith again. He tell them, I just threw that up. I just threw that up on some strippers. Third time they showed up at his crib and ran up in his crib. And then Keith just cut all of them off. A person got shot, one of the BDs. who did security for Keith. He got shot, and then after that it was over with. Keith went out to Cali and never looked back.
Hmm. Yeah, I mean, I think he made the right move. I don't think I don't believe it would have been a smart decision if he would have stayed in Chicago. I think he made the right decision.
Oh yeah, of course. Of course, he made the best decision of his life, man. He's still alive. He ain't in no bullshit, and he own all his businesses and shit. Like he doing good, bro. He wouldn't have never been able to do all that in Chicago. It's a hater. The ops gonna tear up his store. His own homies now might break in it. You know,
Yeah.
so it's a good thing, man.
So I'm gonna rewind back to the FYBJ main. So just asking, what do you believe if all the old black members were still home right now? Do you think he'll be able to go to O?
No, no. Hey, I'm glad you said that. I'm glad you answered that. Cause look, this and this gonna prove to you what I've been saying all along, right? So people be mad because they be like, "Oh man, you got move off them locked up and all that, right?" But if I wouldn't have did, if he wouldn't, if move off them was out right now, you just answered that question. J Main would have never went to O Block. If C Thing was out and all them C murder them, they would have had this Fruity Loop chain, whatever the chain called. They would have had that chain. They probably would have shot at him, killed him. I know this for a fact. So yeah,
Yes,
he wouldn't have been able to go on O Block if they was alive, bro. There wouldn't be no pushing peace. Nobody wouldn't be saying it except me on everything. Me and my channel, my mods, and whoever else was saying it. C Hood, he was saying it. But yeah, bro, if you go back and look, bro, like nobody was saying that shit. When I was talking about peace, J Main was in the graveyard digging, playing like he was Vaughn with the dreads. And all of them. Yellow was riding around trolling Durk, in the car. Happy birthday D thing and all that shit back then. I had the train running through my video. I was saying pushing for the kids, but I hope everybody pushing peace, bro. I hope everybody grow up and see that the streets ain't shit. You know,
right.
streets ain't shit, bro. All that gang banging shit, bro. Like the people you look up to, where they at? You supposed to look up to somebody who's successful, bro. Larry Hoover, jail. Jeff Fort, jail. King David, dead. Lord Gino, dead or in jail. You hear me? Willie Lord, dead. You hear
Yeah.
me? Like,
So
everybody gone, bro. Like, the people you idolizing, bro, they story ain't successful. So that's what I be trying to tell the youth, man.
because I started thinking, I'm like, maybe he does mean maybe he does mean well with the peace stuff because isn't him and Tay Savage, aren't they from different hoods? Aren't they?
I mean, they from different hoods, bro. But it's easy to push peace with somebody who ain't know nothing, bro. You hear me?
Yeah,
Like for real, bro. Like if Tay Savage and somebody from the Ave sit down, who he was in war with, you hear me? Who they was shooting at, then I'll call that. You hear me?
yeah,
But if you just go get Joe Rockhead and Lime Bean here from over here and like ain't nothing ever happened, yeah, they can sit down. They ain't nothing ever happened between them. You know,
yeah,
like when you talk about peace and stopping the war, bro, you got to get the heads involved. You got to get the people who could say, "Hey, bro, I said don't do that." You hear me? And your man gonna stand down. Other than that, and that it'll never work, bro.
that's definitely true. That makes sense. Definitely makes sense. Do you think?
Like J Main doing good, right?
Yeah,
You would think that they'll support him for doing good, bro. They call him a lame. They say they gonna take his chain. You hear me? Like for real. That you should y'all this the time y'all should ride the wave with J Main. Like y'all was riding Duck Wave, like they was riding Vaughn Wave, like everybody else. This the chance, bro. And hey, look, I'm gonna tell you this. I've been doing slimy shit all my since I got shot in my head. I've been doing slimy shit. You hear me? Robbing everything that's moving. The guys, anybody. You got a bankroll, I'm taking it. The bankroll never last. I had 75,000 in cash. And I ran through that shit in two and a half months in Atlanta. You hear me? Like
Yeah.
for real, bro. So doing evil, bro, it ain't gonna get you nowhere, bro. When you do righteous and right, bro, like people out of nowhere bless you. You know, people will help you and all type of shit, bro. So I'm here to tell you, man. Like fuck that evil shit, bro. Do good by people, bro. You'll be rewarded.
Yeah, that always comes back. Always do good with people. Lil Durk, do you think Lil Durk has a good chance at beating his case?
Hell no. Ask me again.
Do you believe Lil Durk has a chance of beating his case?
Hell no. Make sure you get that audio too, man. Make sure you clip that out and you send it to me. No,
Uh,
Lil Durk ain't getting out, bro. Lil Durk, man, he a person that he wanted to be a gangster, bro. Rap about all this shit, beg for the feds to come. I heard a lot of songs, man, over since the like 5 years ago. And I heard the Red Man song when he said I'll be in the feds in the next 5 years, man. So you ask me, I think he knew where he was going.
it was reported that an OTF member was cooperating, and they said it was OTF Jam, but we don't know how true that is. Is there any truth to that? No paperwork.
Yeah, yeah. I mean,
Is
that's
there any
what his
paperwork,
homie said. If you look at the interviews, like his block, and they asked them on interviews, like, "Hey, what's up with Jam? Hey, look, Jam ain't over here, ain't from over here, none of that." You hear me? That lets you know right there. They asked MTV where he really from. You
What
seen you seen a couple of people show you that it was him. They put a light bulb over Jam head. If you was watching certain people pages, like and then once they said Lil Durk was threatening witnesses, that's when everybody took it back. Oh man, why y'all talking about a jam? You hear me? But real members say it's jam, man. They say Jam's supposed to be locked up. And then if it ain't Jam, why Jam ain't in the system? Jam got caught with a switch. Why he ain't in the system? He'll be in jail or something, right? We'll be able to Google his name, right?
Oh, so he's not locked up right now.
Now I'm saying you can't find him on the search. He locked up, but you can't find him on the search. You can't type in his name and find him.
Oh.
Like we could type in Lil J, we could type in No Limit Cairo, we could type in anybody, and in the jail state, or we can't find him. He disappeared.
But ain't
Only thing we got from Jam is the last time when he went to the police station and got charged with that gun. That's the only thing we got, and that was 2023 of April.
Lil Jane ain't they in the state? Is it jamming them in the feds? Like I never been to the feds.
No, Lil J in the feds.
Yeah, he in the feds, so I don't really know how that works. Looking up names and stuff.
Oh
I've been.
no, BOP.com, man. Type in their first and last name, they shit gonna pop up. It's gonna tell you where they located and everything.
Oh, so his
BOP.com, man.
so his name doesn't pop up. Oh, okay. I never
Yeah,
knew
his
that.
name don't pop up. Like it's ways to find people, bro. Like you can't hide. You can't hide from that shit. And then if a person was playing with your name, you seen how many memes they had running around? His head clacking like a bobblehead. They had the McDonald's one. Somebody
Yeah,
made a McDonald's one. He was swole with a little uniform on eating McDonald's. He would have been came out, man. Jam would have been came out. Jam a gangster, bro. He would have been came out and said, "Stop playing with my name and shit, bro."
but he did though. I seen something where
No,
he
he
made.
didn't. He didn't. You saying he did, but he didn't. Because somebody playing with your name and the whole world saying you telling no Lil Durk now, you would have went live.
And he make a post or like a.
Man, you don't hear what I'm saying? You would have went live.
But
If
he in the
somebody
feds
playing
though.
with your name and you can go live or call home from jail, you gonna go crazy on the phone.
Yeah, that's true.
Put the phone up to them. Hey man, it's Jam. Stop playing with my name. Woo, 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 woo. Man, it's been. Hey, look, Lil Durk now got locked up. October, November, December, January, February, March, April, May. Man, we ain't heard nothing from that man in 7 months. You hear me? Before that, we ain't heard nothing from him. For real. The guys from Lamron, bro, they told me, bro, that it's Jam. That I wouldn't have reported about it because I know Jam personally, but they told me, oh man, you don't want to report about your boy. And that's what made me report about it, because they said you don't want to report about your boy, man. You report about everybody else, but you don't want to report about Jam. So I reported about him.
Where's Jam from?
From Jam from 79th and Vernon. That's where he originally from.
Durk grew up
And,
with him? Or
huh?
Durk grew up? Did Durk grow up with? Did he grow up with
Oh,
them? Or,
hell no. Hell no. That's the crazy thing about it. He gave him $50,000, and Dirk got homies who he knew the whole time, and he ain't never gave them 50,000. Shit. If he gave somebody 50,000, he's supposed to give Rio 50,000. Um, who else over there from Lamron? Chubbs. Man, all them, they really from Lamron, bro. If he wanted to give 50,000, he gave Jam $50,000, bro.
so Jam did 12 years, right?
Jam did 12 years. So how long you think Lil Durk knew Jam?
Wow. So Jam
You do the math. He came home in 2023. Before that, Jam was in jail. Before he went to jail for that, he was in jail. He
mm,
got out and got locked up again. You hear me? So how long you think he really knew Lil Durk?
yeah.
Besides seeing him on the block. What's up, Shorty? Cause Jam been one of them niggas, bro. Like he been one of them niggas, bro. For real. He been having niggas scared of him. So I know he don't know Lil Durk too well. I know this for sure. When
Wow.
it wasn't no King Von, it was a Jam. You hear me?
Yeah.
Like that type shit.
So when he came home, he gave him 50K and then he was OTF.
Yeah. And then he got the hanging around with them and shit. You know?
Do you believe other people's gonna flip on Durk?
Hell yeah. They finna lean on everybody, man. They finna lean on everybody. And then the lawyer Drew, he a celebrity, bro. Like if I was Dirk, I'd get a new lawyer, man. On everything, bro. I don't want my lawyer going on DJ Academics. That's why I'm in here, because I went on Academics.
Yeah.
You know? Because I went on Vlad. That's why, if you want to say that, you gotta be real with yourself. You want your damn, you want your damn lawyer going on there and talking. Don't your lawyer tell you? I don't know if you've been to jail, but I know the lawyer tell everybody, don't talk about your case with nobody.
Yeah, I've
That's
been upstate. I've been to jail. I've been through
Yeah,
that.
that's what they tell you. Don't talk to nobody in the cells or none of that about your case. They tell you that. You hear me?
Yeah.
And he on there talking about how the feds ain't did nothing and they lying and all that. So the feds come with another indictment, a superseding. Now they saying in this indictment that Dirk didn't pay for the murder. He participated in it.
Yeah.
So
That was kind of, I don't know if allegedly from the articles that it says it was paid from a credit card, but it's like, I don't really like to speak on pending cases and stuff,
hey
but
man, this public record.
it's
Anything
record.
public record is all good, brother.
But it says
Everybody got it.
yeah, it was saying it was paid from a credit card, and it's like, why would it be so much paper trail? Like, why would they do that? Why would that happen? You
Yeah,
know?
I don't know. I really want to know what made Dirk fly on a fucking plane with the co-conspirator, with the nigga who brought the guns, man. That's why they made it stalking. That's why they made the stalking charge. So
Mm,
now they ain't even got to do nothing because they're guilty now. Because they gonna say, "Oh, judge, he was on the plane with the co-conspirator.
yeah,
He text the guy, don't book nothing in my name." Like it's all bad for Lil Durk, bro. People think he coming home, bro, but bro, every time when I seen the feds come, I ain't seen them no more. The feds took my brother, bro. I ain't seen my brother for 12, 13 years, bro. On
yeah,
everything. My brother got locked up in Texas, and I ain't seen him for 13 years.
yeah. The feds, they they have a high conviction rate. So when they get you, they get you. Um, that's that's the sad part about it. Do you believe Dirk is gonna stay silent or cooperate?
Hey, man, I ain't gonna even gonna lie to you, man. It's two things I want to say on that one. The first thing, if I'm Lil Durk and I told these dudes don't use my card, and I really told them that on meaning don't hire me in no bullshit, right? And then the guy who was on the plane with me, which is OTL Vonnie, if he know that I ain't had shit to do with it, Hey, what y'all waiting to tell the police for? Either y'all gonna tell them or I'm gonna tell them. That's how I'm coming. You hear me? Like I ain't
Yeah.
finna be in there. You use my fucking credit card to do some dumb shit. But if I was part of it, I gotta go to trial, man, and wait to see what our outcome is.
Me personally, I'm gonna give him the benefit of the doubt. I don't think Dirk's gonna cooperate. I think he's going. I don't think he can.
Nah, I don't think he is either. I don't think he
Yeah,
is either.
I
I'm
just
saying,
think.
like, if I really told a nigga, don't use my card, you hear me? And
Yeah,
then hey, look, ain't no trial. You finna tell them not, bro. You finna tell them not. Y'all guilty. Bonnie and them, they rap. They got on the plane. TSF got their card, they IDs when they went on that plane ride, bro. So they cooked. They can't fight it. Durk, he wasn't there, but they said that's why they dropped all them charges. They dropped Durk murder for hire that he paid the people. They dropped that, and they dropped the lyrics, but they stuck him with the stalking.
oh,
When you get done with this, look up stalking, bro. Federal stalking, and it's gonna make sense to you, bro. Why they put the stalking instead of murder for hire?
okay. Quando Rondo, he got sentenced to. I'm pretty sure it was 3 to 5 years. Not too sure. In the feds. How do you feel about that?
Quando Rondo, man. I think God gave him a second chance at life. I ain't gonna lie to you, man. I think God giving him a second chance, to do your music and just, live your life, bro. I don't think that I don't think that Quando Rondo and them like you can't be mad at him, bro. First Vaughn was kicking it with him. You remember when Vaughn and him was just best friends 6 months
Yeah,
before that shit happened? They was F Tuka and all that. 63rd crackheads, him and Quando Rondo.
yeah.
So like I just told you, man, times change and so do people too. They wasn't even supposed to be into it. He ain't even get into it with Vaughn. You hear me? He got into it with Lil Reese, bro. And
Uh,
Vaughn had a problem with him. The Quando Rondo got into it with Lil Reese, bro.
about
NBA
what?
Youngboy got into it with Vaughn.
Yeah, I heard that. I think what was Reese and Quando? What did they get into about?
Quando Rondo said something. It was some goofy shit. But Reese was just being a bully, man. You hear me? Like I
Yeah,
know Reese, bro. I know Reese. You can look at DJU and Reese said. Like I don't know about these other dudes talking about, but whatever he said about me is the truth. Cause he know me. You hear me? That's what Lil Reese said on DJU when he asked him, "Do you know Trench's News?"
yeah. He said he knew you. You said everything.
Yeah,
Yeah, he definitely vouched for you. It looks like he turned Muslim too. Quando as well.
yeah.
I
I'm
hope
proud of Lil Reese, man. Lil Reese need a religion, bro. Lil Reese need to
not
learn that.
Quando turned Muslim.
Oh yeah, Quando too. I'm glad he turned Muslim too, but turning Muslim, bro, it's like a trend now, man. I ain't gonna even lie, bro.
No,
Like
no.
you see everybody doing it, and then they get on live and talking about hats and shit, bro. You hear me? Like it just be weird to me, man.
You know, from my experience just watching, like, you know, when I was upstate, years ago, I seen a lot of people come in, they turn Muslim for protection, because usually a lot of the times, if you go at it with a Muslim brother, they're gonna have people around them. They're gonna have a team. Especially if you by yourself. So I just hope they're doing it in good faith. Like they really trying to change and
Yeah, me
grow.
too, bro. I had actually inboxed the guy from Muslimatic, and I was telling him like, not to judge or nothing, but it's like you should teach them more than the shahada. You know what I'm talking about? Like a shahada is supposed to be something sacred.
Yeah,
It ain't supposed to be like lit, like you. Hey, do you do and then you win? You hear me?
yeah,
Like this shit real life, bro. Like, you know, I just hope everybody got God in their heart anyway, because you're gonna need them in the end. I'm telling you, you're gonna need somebody bigger than a mob or anything, bro. You're gonna need the man upstairs, bro, or whoever you pray to. You're gonna need them.
absolutely. It's definitely that's true. They may run into him too as well, because they're both in the feds, but they might
Yup.
not because OTF didn't get sentenced yet. they didn't do their trial yet. So by that time,
Oblock probably running to him.
Oblock, yeah, they probably run into him. But
Yeah,
I
they
mean,
probably running to him. I don't think Durk now will, but Oblock will if they send one of them to where he at.
Quando. I don't know if he's still. I think he dropped his flag, or I don't know. I don't know how that is.
Yeah, he dropped this flag. That's a good thing. He dropped this flag. Brick Baby had said I was just watching the Brick Baby thing because I was trying to see which Brick Baby number 4. Cause they saying he a Cali resident. Everything they saying, man, is pointing towards Brick Baby, but I don't know.
Mm, yeah, I don't. Let's just hope that's good faith. It's funny because Vaughn passed away. Quando and his little cousin Pab has passed away. The O Block members in jail. Durk's in jail. The only person that's still free is Tim. It's crazy how life works. Isn't Tim? Is the little Tim still free?
Yep, Lil Tim still free. And
Wow.
they all in jail behind well, I ain't gonna say cause of him, cause he was looking out for his homie, man.
But
Anybody would have did that. Hey, look, I'm gonna tell you, I'm gonna keep it real with you. If Von them would have killed them boys, they would have been online bragging, man.
and
They would have been online smoking on Quando pack or a Lil Tim pack, man. That's how Chicago do it, bro. It's just that the rabbit got the gun, man. You hear me? The rabbit got the gun, man. Vaughn thought he could just go and punch on the motherfucker, and he walked into a fight, to a gunfight, man. They was planning on shooting him if he played. He was planning on fight.
that's what I didn't understand too as well. Like, cause going back to Chicago, with the gun laws, do you guys have stand your ground, or how does that work?
Nah, ain't no stand your ground.
So
Cause
how
if
did
it
he?
was, and then
Okay,
Trap City Rob, probably if you ain't got no record and you kill somebody and it's justified, probably, but like ain't no like it man, if you a felony, you got a weapon, bro. Like that stands your ground shit out the window, man. You going to jail for something.
yeah.
Yeah, but down south, you could trick a person off the street. You could start an argument with them. They could get hostile and you kill them.
So how close was Vaughn and Dirk growing up? Was this another situation where?
Nah, they weren't close. They ain't no growing up. They ain't grew up together, man. Dirk started fucking with Vine when he went to jail.
Uh,
Yeah,
what?
they ain't grow up together, man. I ain't never see Lil Durk and Vine together. I lived in Old Block, bro. You could. Hey, look, it's in paperwork, bro. I lived in Old Block, bro, and I know every motherfucker who used to come in there and everything, bro. You had to check in. You had to check in with me, bro. Not like Big U or none of that, but you know what
Yeah.
I'm talking about. Like most of the time, the blocks that come over and shit, they'll let me know that they up in there.
Where the name grandson came from? Who named him that?
Oh, grandson came from like some hype or something, bro. But it's a real person named grandson. That's Jeff Ford grandson. That's the original grandson. That's who everybody in the city called grandson. When you say grandson, we talking about Jeff Ford grandkids. Little Peanut. That's what we call grandson. But we want never. I ain't never heard Vaughn get called grandson until after jail. Like for real, we call him Vaughn or Davon or King Vaughn. You know.
So Little Reese is currently locked up as well. How close was Lil Reese and Dirk growing up? Were they close?
No, Lil Reese, I wouldn't say growing up, but I say when they got to a certain age, they was together. Like they've been together for years, bro. Him and Lil Durk been together since shit, probably about 2009, 08, some shit like that. So yeah, they've been around each other for a minute.
So some people want to know, why is there separation from Lil Reese and Dirk? Like, we
No,
understand
there
that.
ain't no separation. It's no separation, bro. Reese is always been his own leader. You hear me? Like
Yeah,
Lisa, Reese ain't finna follow nobody. He ain't finna follow behind you or none of that, cause Reese been that nigga before anybody. You hear me? Like, so Reese ain't finna follow behind Dirk cause he got some money. Reese got his own wave, you know?
yeah,
So yeah, but he could go around Dirk anytime. He can go around Keith anytime, bro. Like when they was nobodies, bro, Reese was somebody, bro. You hear me? Like for real. Reese always had 30, 40 niggas walking with him to Oblock to 71st and King Drive. Like for real, bro. Shorty
So
always been a leader.
so Reese always been outside before everybody.
Yeah, hell yeah. Hell yeah. Bad than a motherfucker. Hell yeah, bro. Hell yeah. Bruh. Here's a Reese other homie, bruh, who locked up. Bruh, he something else. Like he a demon. Like he a motherfucker. He retarded. He don't care. He go
Yeah,
crazy, bro. Like for real. He on another level of a conversation, bro. Bruh. That's
yeah,
Reese other homie.
yeah, I heard about him. So on the 63rd side, it was Little J. So it was recent news that came out with him pertaining to allegations of him in jail. You
Nah, it
know,
ain't no allegations, brother.
all right,
You can
so it's
snap that,
stand.
brother. Keep shit 55th Street, brother. It ain't they hey, yeah, allegation is when it is alleged. You seen 4K like I did,
He
nigga.
denying it.
He can't deny it. That's him. I know Lil J since he was a kid, man. That's him. On everything. That's him, bro. That's him. That I know when he said on Tuka, I ain't never cared. When he tell the police, they said, pack your shit up, man. You around here choking up the man women. And he said, I ain't never cared on everything. That's Lil J ass, man. He
So
got
was it?
freaky, man.
So was this a behavior like people seen before, or like it was suspect? Like, hey, was it a rumor? Like before he went to jail, was there anybody ever suspected him of doing any weird, funny stuff like that?
Nah, I ain't never seen it, man. Hey, look, I'm gonna tell you this. Lil J had so many girls, bro. He could get everybody straight. Who talking about him, bro? He had so many fans, different girls coming over. Every time you seen Lil J, he had a new. Well, I hope they was girls. Now that we know, we know. You hear me?
Yeah.
I don't know, man. I can't even answer that question now, man. Because now that I know what I know, man, I don't know, man. I don't know if they was a man or a Joanna man. You hear me?
Yeah. Do you believe Lil J could come home and still have a rap career?
Yeah, hell yeah. Hell yeah. Lil J gonna be big when he come home. Hell yeah. No,
You think
oh
so?
no. It's over with. Lil J probably could be an A&R drill or something, but it's over with, man. Lil J gonna be 40 when he come home.
You think we got like 8 years?
He got nine at 85%. And he got credited for like 2 years. So that's seven. That's like five. He gotta do like 5 years. So
Okay.
he'll get out when he like 40.
Wow, it's tough. So so pertaining to the O Block case, it was said that you had cooperated. Can you speak on that? Meaning
Yeah,
meaning
yeah.
what would make you do that? Like was there something that you had issues with them? Was it a reason? Like can you talk about
It's all around the board, man. You hear me? It's all around the board, man. Multiple issues. Like a lot of people don't know, like Teasy, me and Teasy, like the block that Teasy from, that crack from, THF crack, my block is they block. You hear me?
yeah,
Like my block, our block is together. Like my block where I'm from and they block is together. Like ride together, war together, and everything. So for them to do that shit to Duck, it was foul play. It was foul play, bro. Knowing that I be with Duck. Crack used to be old Duck block with us. You hear me?
yeah,
Like they ain't got no jurisdiction even being into it with Duck. Crack now, Fifth Ward, Teasy now. You know? So it's just a lot of shit, man. A lot of shit that happened, bro. And then Kenny Mac, he was my celly. He called me, told me, you know what I'm talking about? Like, oh man, Duck gone. You know, you the one who did the shit when they come out. So yeah, bro. It's just a lot of shit, man. But I send them boys $3 a month, man. You know, that's $18. It's six of
yeah.
them. You know,
Do you
so they get their fruit roll ups and the bar soap or whatever they get, man.
do you ever worry about your safety?
Hell no. I've been in the streets before them, bro. Like for real, bro. I've been to war with like the some of the roughest dudes, bro. They call the hobos. You hear me? Like
Mhm.
you do your homework on them, bro. You all right? You will see. I ain't nervous at all, bro. Like I unload a gun just like they will still. You hear me? But I'd rather not do that shit. I'd rather not hurt nobody, bro. But I'll still do it if I got to. If
Yeah,
I gotta protect myself, you know. But I don't even worry about it, bro. You know, I still go through the city, no problem. My whole family from the city, my whole family BDs and Stones, you know.
yeah,
All my friends I was in a group home with, they from certain blocks and like, you know what I'm talking about? Like, I don't be worried, bro. I don't be worried, bro. Like, I think that, you know, since they've been gone, it's been a lot of shootings that stopped. It's been a lot of people who still alive right now, you know. Like for real. I think it probably was a curse to some people, but it was good to some people because now you can push peace. Now you can have a conversation, at least about talking about, you know, stopping shit. You hear me?
yeah,
You couldn't do that when they was here. Him, C Thing, you couldn't do it. C Thing was walking on Taekwon World every day with a gun and a phone. We out here. You hear me? Every day. Every day they walking over there, bro. After Doug died, they was walking over there. So
yeah.
yeah, it's a good thing. Some people need to go, bro.
Yeah, the smartest thing to do is, you know, I think when you have a lot of problems and issues in the state, I think the smartest thing to do is to leave the area. You know, I think I just think it makes sense. It makes sense. You know, it was a rapper in Texas. I don't know if you heard about him, Little Ronnie. It was a rapper. He got killed with his daughter. It was a sad situation. Said
Oh
he was
yeah,
killed.
yeah, yeah. Rest in peace to baby girl, man. Rest in
Rest in
peace
peace.
to the daughter, man. That shit was crazy, bro. And that's what I'm saying. You know, a lot of people I seen a lot of people saying free these guys, bro. For what? They just killed the kid. Well, Lil Ronnie was dissing. Hey, look, once a person died, bro, it's over with. We can stop talking about what they did. You know, they can't do it no more. So
Yeah,
whatever he did, it got paid for, bro, when his daughter got killed, man.
yeah.
You know,
It's
and that's real, bro. Rest in peace to Ronnie, bro. And his daughter, man. That shit crazy, bro. Like for real. You gonna go up and hit somebody, run up on them, bro. Like run up on them and get them. If you really a gangster, if you really a killer, you will look a man in his eyes before you knock his shit back. But they ain't got that. They ain't got that. They can't stomach that shit. So they shoot from a block away.
yeah, it's a sad situation, man. He said allegedly his crews was they robbed a dice game, but I don't know. That's what they was.
Man, it was just some hating ass broke niggas. Them niggas ain't had no money who killed him. Them niggas ain't had no money. One was an ex offender and the other one was a bomb. Them niggas ain't had no money, man. You know, that just an excuse, bro. I think they killed Ronnie because go to, hey, look, we're gonna take him out. So when Go Yayo come home, he ain't gonna have no connects. You hear me? And I think that's why they knocked him off for his homie Go Yayo. Cause they scared of Go Yayo. They ain't scared of Ronnie. But if you
Yeah,
knock the person who getting him the guns and shit off, hey, that's one less person we gotta worry about. That's how that I'm just thinking like from a killer point of view.
yeah, yeah. No, it makes sense. It makes sense from that viewpoint. Do you believe Chicago drill music wave is over with or is on pause
Man,
right now?
it's died, man. It's died down, bro. And that's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
Like with move up them. It's died down, bro. Like the bloodhounds, they doing their little thing, and you know, a little couple more people, but man, that shit wearing out. They all rapping the same. It sound like New York drill in Chicago now. Like they just repeating and like it's just a repeat, bro. Like the shit going away, bro. Ain't no money off rap anyway, bro. Ain't no money off rap.
I mean
It's no money off rap.
Chicago still got people like Herbo and Lil Zay. I think Lil Zay he still signed to OTF.
No, he said he ain't with nobody. So Lil Zay got talent. I ain't gonna lie. But
He talented.
they said they gave Lil Zay 500,000 a record label. I don't think they just letting him out no contract like that, bro. Like I know he ain't made no $500,000 back either for the record label. So yeah, it's all bad, man. You get that money, bro, and then you stuck. Like you stuck. You can't make no music. And if you do make some music, it's all is.
Yeah. Which artist do you think is next in Chicago?
You said
Like
which artist I think that's next?
yeah, that's next up. That's the talent that people don't people haven't heard from yet or that's blowing up.
The coldest one, who I'm gonna say he the coldest. He the coldest person, bro. That's in Chicago, bro. Like if he can, if he can have a spotlight, bro, he'll be able to make crossover music. I'm gonna say EBK Easky. He the coldest, cause he can make crossover music. He can make everything, bro. But he just ain't got no light. He Herb boy.
Okay.
Herb know if he give him a light, bro, he know Easky gonna take off. That's why I think Herb don't give him the light.
So, what advice would you give the young men in the communities beefing in the cities that have issues with everybody, including their family members? So, what advice would you give everybody in Chicago that you learned from that you can potentially help them or save a few people's lives?
Man, hey, stay like stay doing something. Like stay doing something productive, bro. Like when I say that, like get a job, do something to occupy your time, bro. Don't just stand around, hang around on the block, sitting around watching everybody else make money and you just sitting there. You know, you got kids in the house, you sitting outside with these guys, and your girl, she told you she needed some pampers. You know, watch everybody make some money and everything, and they won't even give you no money for no pampers, bro. So I just say, just stay. Just try to better your life, man. I know it might sound easy. I know a lot of people be like, man, he got money now, so he's saying that it's easy. Hey, look, I ain't always had no money, bro. I ain't had shit. I was just like y'all out there robbing, stealing, and every motherfucking thing else on everything. All you got to do though is once you catch on to your environment, bro, take advantage of it and stay out the way, bro. And if you ain't got to kill nothing, don't kill nothing. Cause when you go to jail, the same homies that's talking about some gang, them niggas ain't gonna send you a damn thing on everything. They ain't gonna send you a goddamn thing. Just remember that. I did 4 years. I ain't heard from nobody who I was in the street carrying guns with. Nobody. And then when I got out of jail, guess what they try to do? Hey, bro, you need a pipe? I got one for you. Hell no, I don't need no pipe.
Yeah, it's usually like that, for the kids that's watching. You're not gonna hear from a lot of people that around you in the street when you, God forbid, you go to jail, you sit up. It's quiet for that. So definitely pay attention to the content that everything we speaking on. You also have a book that's coming out or that's already out. Can you explain it and tell everybody where to purchase it at?
Oh yeah, you can purchase it at Nene Marie 37. We ship out and I sign it on Instagram. That's NENEMARIE 37 on IG. And I sign a copy. And it's about me growing up. It's about me, you know, when I first went on 63rd, like Duckman, all them was kids. Like FBG and Oblock, eat all them, they was kids. When I first went on 63rd, I was a teenager. And I'm telling the difference between when it was how it was then and then how 63rd was like popular. Like everybody say they're not from 63rd, but back then everybody wanted to be on 63rd. That's why all the females was, the weed, the traffic, you know.
So
So it's
60,
a, it's
60
about it's
third.
about growing up and my mom, my brothers, and how they had money. So I ain't really have to do nothing when I was in 8th grade and high school. I went to high school with the guy who created YouTube.
Who? What's his name?
Hey, he got a Chinese name, man. We just call him Ching Ching, man, on everything. And his sister name is Zima, on
Oh,
everything. His sister was in my class. Her name Zima,
so what's up?
but he created YouTube
What's up? We have
on
a we,
everything.
What's up? We have a question too from a subscriber. They asked, "Would you ever take your mask off during an interview?"
Um, everybody know how I look already, bro. The mask ain't for like me hiding my face and none of that, bro. It's a trademark, bro. It's to say that I robbed everybody. I did a lot of shit, bro, and now I got money. Now I got legit money. You hear me? Now I get off planes and everything, bro, and I still can wear my mask legit without being on bullshit. That's why my mask for, bro. It ain't from having my face or none of that. Everybody know who I am. Everybody from all the blocks who know me, everybody know who I am, bro. And the people who don't know who I am, Hey, look, like why you want to know who I am, how I look like? Like I don't even know how most of these people look like. You hear me? But yeah, the mask is for motivation, bro. It's for motivation, bro. Like this nigga got on a mask and doing it, or he don't even show his face and making his money. You know that should be motivation to the masses, bro. That I don't show my face. I just talk on the video. You know what I'm talking about, and I'm showing y'all that anything can happen, bro. You just gotta carry your own wave. So
Yeah.
yeah, it ain't about the mask, bro. Vlad offered me money. A lot of people offer me money, bro. Like, what's it gonna take for me to do an interview without your what's the name? I told Vlad, shit, come with that motherfucker 20K. I'll take this motherfucker off right now and throw it off. You hear me? Everybody from Chicago down there know who I am, bro. If you don't know me, then you gotta be younger than me or something like that. Or I know your peoples, but you know, the mass is motivation, man. The mass is like to tell you that crime do pay. You know, it's like a crime do pay. But if you do legit shit, you can still wear your mask, man, and do your thing and still be successful, bro. But the mask was never intended to be, I'm talking about as hidden or like I'm hiding from somebody because everybody know my face and they know my voice, if they don't know anything. But, I'm gonna take off my mask for you, brother. All right, that cool?
Oh, that's cool. Okay. Everybody
Take
tap
off my
in
mask.
then.
Take off my mask for you, man. Hey, y'all get ready. Roll the drum rolls, man. Make sure y'all go and subscribe to PTV, man. This is exclusive for him, bro.
PTV.
Hey, man. This is
Oh,
Williams. My
man.
nine is my nine. I'm out.
More interviews and exclusives. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe to PTV TV.